Our guys took charge. They had lots of fight in them early. I thought we had fight all game. Competed at a very high level. Like lots about our game. Obviously, special teams end up being the difference again, but I thought our guys gave it everything they had today, and easily could have had this one go the other way, but it's not the way it worked out. So we'll just take this one, take this effort, and build some confidence out of it and take it home.
Is one of those things just the defensive effort, really? Just the way, you had two young guys come in, and just as a group, you guys kept their shot total low. We've talked so much about that, too. Yeah,
I mean, the four guys that took on the bulk of the work on defense did an unbelievable job for us. I thought Nemec also came in and gave us good minutes. Cholowski, when we needed him to get the guys a breather, did a nice job. So, yeah, I thought that group did well despite the circumstances, and forward group helped them. Put a lot of pressure on the puck, got control of the game early. Put us in a good spot. Like I said, special teams are the difference, and we knew coming into this series is, our power play has been our edge, all season long, and it was going to be a real challenge for us going up against this penalty kill, and that it could be a big factor in the series, and that's really what is, in a lot of ways, kind of been the story in the first two games.
When a guy like Anderson gets so hot and is seemingly stopping everything, what do you say, what do you do to make adjustments to tell your team, hey, to try and get those floodgates to open?
I mean, it's less about the goaltender for me. We need more volume, It's there's big gaps between the saves and between the flurries, so we need to put a little more pressure on the goaltender. But he was great today. Obviously, I think, we didn't generate a lot, but the ones we did, we had some good looks. Our power play in the third period, another day probably gets one. But, you just got to stay with it. But the challenge remains the same. We need more volume of scoring chances. 5-on-5, there's not a lot there for us. We've done a good job. I mean, we've only given up 3 5-on-5 goals in the series in 2 games, but only scored 1. So it's been... you're losing that battle, you're losing the special teams battle. That's what's got you in a hole.
Sheldon, a lot of great efforts, as you said, by the defenseman here. But can you just speak to the effort that Pesce put out tonight? He was laying it out there. I think he made 3 saves, goal line saves. He was blocking shots. I mean, just the effort overall by Pesce.
Yeah, it's incredible. You can tell this guy wants to win. We shove him over on his left side here tonight. He's playing with Dougie, he's never played with, as a partner, and so, he left it out there. Like I was saying, there's a lot of those types of efforts that you want to see get rewarded, but our reward tonight, I guess, is just going to have to be the fact that we know we can compete in the series, and we got to take that home, and win or lose today, we got to go home and play well and win games. So that mindset isn't different. So we'll focus on getting obviously a very important win in Game 3.
Peter on our left.
You mentioned Timo this morning and thinking you had a really good Game 1 tonight. It looked like you had a lot of looks, maybe a little snake bit. Just how did you feel about his game tonight and what he brought you?
Yeah, I thought, again, he worked. He's physical. They're having a hard time with him. He's a big, strong guy. So he's getting his looks, getting some, getting around the net. You like to think those are gonna fall for him. So, we're gonna need big efforts from everybody, and we're gonna need some game-breaking plays from somebody. And Timo certainly looks like he's on the cusp of that.
And how did you feel about the third and fourth line? I know you said you wanted more from them.
Yeah, I'd have to watch it back, but I think, I thought the Dowling, like 2 of our best scoring chances came off of that line. Dowling and Tight in the second period, Bastian in the slot in the third period. So those guys in their forechecking did a good job for us. I still feel like that, the glass line was, still trying to find its way, but, we'll watch it back. But we need to get just a little bit more from everybody there, especially on offense. But I thought the Dowling line, did their part to get some really high quality looks here today. To get 2 really stand out to me, and if we can get 2 really high end looks, per line, it's you like to think you're going to get more than just the 1 goal that we had. But we'll just have to keep building on that. And our team game is just going to have to continue to get better. But, to sum it up, I liked a lot about our game today. It's, you don't like the result. We need to generate more offense, and we gotta. We gave up 2 goals today, the empty net goal and the shorthanded goal off of sort of scrambled face-offs. We got to do a better job on those. Otherwise, we're probably still playing right now, So our guys are full marks. I loved our response today, just like it's been all season. We faced a lot of injuries all year. And our team, when faced with adversity and, backs against the wall, they've played some of their best hockey. So I like that about our team today. We showed attitude, we showed competitiveness, we showed care, and we're just going to bring that home. And fans are welcome us there, and we're going to need them. We're going to need them to give us a boost and try to take care of home ice.
Early in the game, Carolina had a lot of trouble just getting the puck out of the zone. Was that something you guys did systematically in terms of maybe just tightening gaps, applying more pressure on the forecheck? What did you all do differently to cause so much trouble for them?
Well, I think it's probably a combination of we're a little bit better. They're probably a little bit worse to start the game, and it just kind of goes as sort of a continuation of the third period of the other night. I think both teams are trying to accomplish the same sorts of things, apply pressure on the defense, create some turnovers, spend time in the offensive zone, get pucks to the net. I think both teams are essentially trying to accomplish similar things. We were able to get to our game early, get to it first, and again, full marks to our team to respond in that manner. Unfortunately, we just weren't able to build on it.
Sheldon, what makes Carolina's PK so special?
Pressure, sticks, length. They've so many other penalty killers. They've been here. They've been working together as a unit for I don't know how many years now. They have a great scheme, and they execute it very well with guys with great sticks and great defensive habits and instincts. It's 2 top penalty kills in the league going head to head. I thought our PK did an admirable job tonight and didn't give anything up. So it gave us a fighting chance to kind of get that saw off on special teams, but shorthanded goal, that's a killer. You can't give that up.
Do you feel like Jacob's been distracted at all by Svechnikov? It's 2 straight games where they kind of got tangled up, and if so, do you even address that at all, or do you he's a veteran guy, do you just let it move on?
Who are we talking about?
Markstrom and Svechnikov, they get tangled up again tonight.
I didn't even notice. Marky's absolute pro. He's not distracted. If anything, he's digging into the game even further.
The last one on our right, Gabe.
It looks like there could have been a headbutt against Carolina at the end of the second period. Did you get a good look at that? And if so, what did you see?
No idea what you're talking about.
Thank you, Sheldon.